Welcome back to Figuring It Out. I'm Rachel Lee, and today we're talking about something that sounds simple, but isn't. Choosing yourself. You hear people say, love yourself, or put yourself first, like it's the simplest thing ever. But real talk, choosing yourself takes practice. It's messy, uncomfortable, and sometimes it makes people around you a little uneasy, especially if they were used to you putting them first all the time. For me, choosing myself started in really small ways. And I know it's cliche, but one simple sentence, honestly, has changed my life. A few months ago, I heard the statement, how you do one thing is how you do everything. And when I first heard that, I was like, oh shit. How do I do everything? And that question sent me on a whole new path in my life. The new path looks like me getting up early and going to the gym. That's my time. No demands, no outside noise. I'd tell you that I don't have a phone when I'm working out, but that's a lie. I don't listen to music though. I listen to motivational podcasts or something inspirational to keep me going when I want to quit. It's made me look at my tiny habits, the micro choices. Like I try not looking at my phone first thing in the morning either. I don't drink coffee until after the gym. Those sound really small, I know. But they're the tiny ways that I prove to myself that I keep my own promises. I show up for me. Choosing yourself isn't a straight line. It's a path that looks different for every person. For me, it's the gym, listening to personal development podcasts or personal development books to increase my knowledge. For you, it might be therapy, journaling, sitting quietly in your car before you go into the house. Whatever lets you breathe, that's choosing yourself. There was another part of choosing myself that I really didn't expect. Forgiveness. In episode 4, I talked about something my mom had said to me that changed the way I saw myself for years, decades actually. And I remember asking myself over the course of the last year a few times, right? How do I forgive her for what she said when she's gone? How do you heal a conversation you'll never get to have? Months went by and one day it hit me. Maybe I already had. Maybe forgiveness doesn't always look like a conversation giving closure. Maybe it's the quiet realization that I've stopped blaming her and I've stopped blaming me. And that, I think, is a huge part of choosing yourself. Forgiving yourself for not knowing better, for not doing better, when you just didn't have the tools yet. Choosing yourself also means letting go. Sometimes it's people, sometimes it's stories you've outgrown. I've had to walk away from relationships that no longer align with where I'm going. Not with malice, not with resentment, just truth. This is my blessed release, if you will. I bless them for what they brought into my life, even if what they brought was just a lesson that I never want to experience again. And then I release the energy. No tight grip, no bitterness, just space for peace. Choosing yourself is not selfish. It's not narcissistic. It's alignment. And sometimes alignment means realizing that loving people doesn't always mean keeping them close. You can love them from a distance and still wish them well. That's what freedom looks like. Even now, I won't lie, choosing myself can still feel awkward. Do I do it accurately every single time? Absolutely not. Sometimes it feels like I'm betraying people by saying no or setting a boundary. But really, I'm learning to honor myself. I'm not dimming my light for anyone anymore. For a long time, I thought I had to. I thought shining too bright might make someone else uncomfortable. So I didn't. But really, all it did was make me disappear and become invisible. Now I choose me, even when it makes other people uncomfortable, because my peace is worth more than their comfort. And honestly, that's something I'm still figuring out. There's this question that's been guiding me lately, and it's one I want to share with you. But it's really asking myself, who am I in this season? Not who I was when I was just surviving. Not who I was when I was just trying to make people happy to like me. But who am I now? What do I know to be true? Not what someone told me, not what I think I'm supposed to be, but what I know deep down to be true about who I am and what I want. That's where the real work starts, right? That's where the real freedom begins. Before we wrap up, I want you to think about this. Where in your life are you still waiting for someone else to choose you first? Because here's the truth. No one else can do that for you. You have to be the one to stand up and say, I'm worth it. I'm enough. I choose me. And I have always been worth it. Choosing yourself isn't always loud, though. Sometimes it's quiet discipline. Sometimes it's forgiveness. And sometimes it's just deciding to show up for yourself in small ways until it becomes your new normal. If no one's told you today, I'm proud of you for even thinking about what it means to choose yourself. Because you're not selfish. Thank you so much for listening today. If you know someone that maybe needs to hear this message, please share it with them. Also, make sure you are following along, be it via YouTube or Spotify, that you are hitting the like and subscribe to make sure you get all the notifications of the new episodes as they come out. And coming up next week, we're diving into a new episode entitled, What Happened to You? And how understanding people's stories changes how we see them and ourselves. Until then, take care of yourself. And remember, your light is not too bright. It's exactly what this world needs. See you next week.